few moments. If you have ever stepped onto a sunbeams, you will know that common coexist in the same way. A full journey through countless illusions collected.
Senti questo? Oh, due toni, brava.
Harmless mishaps that happen in hard.
She's wrong. She's wrong.
As I begin my countdown, standing beside me, coffee and watching the day only a construction site can provide. One by his name.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right now, you can say,
And then tries to pick up. Ray turns around. And this, my friend, as I stand there observing.
Yo ya estoy acostumbrado a recibir los golpes que me da la vida.
At least they should be. Ben picks up at first he handles it well, but as he begins to walk, the wind decides to push you just a little bit. One begins to behave like spinning around slowly. His arms like oversized heads. While these small effects unfold, the sound of conversation. One of them tests a measuring tape. He steps back, proud of the reach, but the marvel of this process he maintains perfect balance, the expression on his face is surprise. It is as if he has just witnessed a magic trick.
Careful, the ladder's broken, it might fall.
By mid-morning, conversations flow through the air with fragments.
Get out, just get out of line, get out of line, get out of line.
One shares a story about his weekend. Another talks about a recipe. A third explains the brilliance of a sport. Someone carries a toolbox that seems heavy. Only to realize the accident. His friends Theo is known
Ya se da. ¡Ay! ¡Ay!
someone who has done this hundreds of times. Realizes he forgot one and retrieve it or simply he chooses option 3. goes for an extra second. Climbs back down to retrieve it. Get upset or discouraged. Instead, move on with admirable speed. Another scene catches my ink buckets. Space, almost like the rain. Just enough to move directly on one of the bucket lids. Second balance. Turns to effective his lineup of buckets. Stage for spontaneous. Unexpected sparks of simplest possible tools. The role of cooperative with Oliver's plan. The roll forward button. Halfway through the path, the roll as if the roll ends. And Oliver follows it again, and sure enough, as it eventually, as though contemplating whether it should proceed, Oliver pauses and places both hands against his face. He then crouches, examines the sentinels and whispers,
Wala ba? Di pa ka?
Baka nagkisi ba ancho di ginagawa.
across a corridor filled with imaginary actors watching from a distance, puzzled.
Matigas kami yung luksan.
Completed an epic journey. Samuel treats everyone. He positions his materials. His first
Wow.
precision. Third, something unusually shadow that startled Samuel so he pauses, studies he nods. The worker walks by, looks at the screen. Samuel simply says, soon the lunch break arrives. Each taking a minute. But even when the needed rhythm does not pause. Discover that he packed the wrong way. Then slowly another worker tries to he uses every polite method imaginable. Tapping as if witnessing energy shifts as the workers return to their tasks refreshed. The next series of scenes begins with a worker named Adrian who is unloading boxes from a car. The boxes are small enough to carry in pairs. Adrian picks up two. Confidently, he begins walking across the site with the screen. One box starts to tilt out. Adrian adjusts slightly, trying to keep both boxes down. Then the second box tilts in. Adrian responds with a series of small his concentration intensifies. His steps become remarkably heavy. For a few seconds, it seems like the boxes full control and sets them down triumphantly.
Si alguien conoce algún ayudante que me avise porque este no creo que venga mañana.
And walks away with the nearby, another worker named Felix is checking a set of boards. He leans one board against the stack, intending to let it rest while he inspects another. However, the board has its own plan. It slowly begins moving forward without Felix noticing. Just as it is about to touch the board, Felix turns around and catches it with a swift motion, almost like an athlete intercepting a pass. He stands still for a moment, then glances around to see if anyone notices his presence. His coworker across the side and Felix responds honestly, pretending the moment is absolutely intentional. The afternoon continues with quiet. Today, his mission involves aligning a series of lightweight markers along the street. He places the first marker, steps back, satisfied, he places the second marker, and steps back again. Midway through the alignment process, the shadow cast by a nearby stranger makes the Henry tilts his head back, trying to determine whether the markers are truly off or illusion is playing tricks on him. After a minute of calculation, he decides to adjust them once more, shifting them so that the person standing beside him is struggling to notice the difference. When he finally steps back and surveys his work, he nods with the kind of satisfaction usually reserved for completing a complex architecture. It says they look excellent.
Oh, Jamie!
Not far away. Nolan is known for his calm manner. Today he is stacking a set of boards into a new pile. He picks up each board with a foot and places it gently onto the stack, aligning the edges taps the corners to ensure the alignment is symmetrical. But just as he finishes, a light breeze stirs the air. One corner of the top board notices the shift, straightens the board again, and stands still for a moment to see if it is moving. It does. The board lifts as though refusing to set.
Payday, but the boss still hasn't
Nolan
transferred
smiles,
the money.
as if accepting that even a board can have its own preferences. Then walks away with a satisfied nod, acknowledging the simple truce between man and material. The next scene unfolds near a shaded area where two workers while Mason marks the spots with chalk. The coordination between them is smooth until Ryan plays the tape a bit too enthusiastically. The tape seems very slightly surprising. Everyone maintains his composure, but his eyebrows raise just enough for Mason to notice the micro expression of surprise. Mason laughs softly, not Leonard
Jump!
is organizing tools on a small
All right.
But as he turns to leave, he accidentally shifts slightly, as if reacting to then carefully repositions them once again. He steps away, watching the tools out of the corner of his eye, as though he has just resolved a diplomatic situation between himself and the table. Across the site, the sound of light-hearted conversation begins to discuss a game they watch closely, each reenacting a moment concerning their questions. Another one takes the sandwich and leaves, speaking with
Route
compassion.
zur Rebecca-Straße starten.
A few workers
Right.
rise from the bench, sharing stories from earlier lives. Despite the labor, the atmosphere is one of shared camaraderie. Then comes a moment with harmless mistakes. But one of its wheels tends to swivel unpredictably. Grant begins moving the cart along the straight path, following without issue. But a few feet later, the rebellious will turn sideways, causing the cart to veer gently off course. Grant adjusts his left foot, hoping to guide the board out of the way. Adjusts again,
Yeah?
repeats itself as powerful as a unspoken turns the wheel into the correct position. He stands up again, resumes walking, and this time the cart follows him perfectly. The worker named Owen is in the middle of marking measurements on a board. He bends down, draws a line, steps back, and checks the somehow rolled a few inches away. Again, the pencil slips out of his fingers and rolls a few inches out. Owen retrieves it once more, this time carefully. But when he places it on the board momentarily, it rolls again, following the sudden Owen simply laughs quietly to himself, then places the pencil inside his shirt pocket so it can no longer escape. With this small victory, as the afternoon stretches construction site, adding through scaffolding, tools, and structures. This natural shift brings out a sense of calm, but the humor continues. The worker named Patrick. He is organizing a bundle of cables to avoid tangling. His technique is precise, and the loops form an impressive circle. But then, as he holds the needle, winds just enough to disrupt the symmetry. Patrick pauses, as though assessing a puzzle. He slowly refolds the loose section, restores the perfect circle, and secures it with a bend. As I stare at these scenes, a gentle sense of appreciation settles. It is a stage for the small moments that reflect the spirit of the people working here. Every action, every small accident, every improvised solution contributes to an unending story that grows richer with each passing hour. And so the day continues, filled with themselves through their natural charm. As the late afternoon rain falls, the construction site settles into a steady pace. Methodically organizing a set of small markers. Marcus is known for often moving with the meticulousness of someone sorting their collections. However, the crate he is working on seems determined to test his patience in the gentlest way possible. Marcus picks up each marker and places it precisely in the divider slots. But as he nears the final marker, he attempts to slide the marker and settles against the Marcus tries adjusting his angle. The marker still refuses to sit upright. After several attempts, he squints at his as though expecting it to respond with an explanation. He then taps the crate lightly, as if trying to remind it to cooperate. The crate remains unmoved. Marcus sighs softly, rotates the marker 90 degrees, and tries again. This time, with a gentle push, it's perfect. He nods, as though each and every person victory, and closes the lid of the crate with a nearby, the next scene develops preparing chalk lines along the temporary walkway. He stretches a chalk string across the path, pulling it when he snaps it, the line marks cleanly with a satisfying precision. Encouraged, Damien moves on to the next section, repeating the process. Everything proceeds flawlessly until a small patch of uneven ground causes him to lose balance for just a moment. The chalk line flicks up and leaves a faint streak across the air, reaching farther than he intended. Damien restores the intended flow and takes his hand a newfound determination, he smooths the uneven path and continues walking the walkway. The next lion asks if it is part of the As the sun goes low, shadows stretch across the construction site, creating long silhouettes that surround the This shifting scenery is a lighthearted moments, including this task involves checking the position of several light temporarily installed for the project. He approaches the first pole, observes the alignment carefully, and steps back to get a better perspective. Satisfied, he moves to the second pole. But as he circles around,